Hey everybody, I want to walk you through how to create your character. So before we get started, the first thing I want to do is make a copy of this. So go ahead and make a copy, and then what you're going to want to do is rename it. So I'm going to make a copy here, right here. So copy of character creation, I'm going to rename that to my name, so Brian Edwards, character creation. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now we're going to go ahead and get started. So what you're going to do is basically create a character, either a hero or a villain. If you're watching this, you're taking the workshop. So you will actually have been assigned, or you will have been able to choose either hero or villain. I'm going to go with villain. I think villains are more fun. So I'm going to highlight that. Okay, so it's villain. And I select the origin of where they got their powers. So there's a few options here. You have standard human. So this is a character without superpowers. They may use exceptional resources, technology, or training to stand out. So these are the characters that don't actually have super abilities. They just have resources or technology or training, right? So Batman, Iron Man, is a whole list here. Hawkeye, Black Widow, Kingpin, Doc Ock. So, altered human characters have been changed after birth. This means either intentionally or unintentionally they're dramatically affected by something that granted them superpowers. So Captain America is a great example. The Flash, the Hulk. So something dramatic happened that granted them these powers. A mutant is a person that was born with abilities. So there's examples like the X-Men. That's probably the best example. Cosmic being or alien. So these are people from outside of Earth. So Thor, Loki, Thanos, Superman, Drax. Those are all characters that have abilities, but they're not from Earth. And then androids is a pretty small group. So the only two examples I could think of are Vision or Ultron. And those are basically robots. Okay, so I'm going to go with an altered human. So I'm going to stay with the red. Altered human, okay. And now here's the really fun part. So now you get to choose superpowers. So I'm definitely going to be a bad guy. So let me click on this link. This will bring you to a page. It's like a Wikipedia with tons and tons of superpowers. I'm actually going to randomly pick one. So let's see. We have 1, 2, or 3. We're going to go with, actually we have 3. So 3 point, let's see. So it goes all the way to 3.12. I'll go to 3.7. So it's a travel ability. Let's click on those. So these are the different ones. All right, I'm going to go with teleportation. I think that's a really cool ability. So my bad guy will be able to teleport. And if you click on that ability, if you're not sure what it is, this will actually describe what it is. So if you click on teleportation, it'll tell you what teleportation means, actually. It's kind of cool. Hope there's nothing bad in these ads. Doesn't look like it. All right, good. Yeah, kind of describes it. All right, so that's the first ability. You can go up to 3. I'm going to go with 3. Yeah, I'll do 3. So teleportation. Let's go with, we get some ad. That's great. What else we got here? Let's go with mentally based powers. Let's do that one. Yeah, let's go with ESP. No, actually, I'll do physical and mental domination. That sounds pretty scary. Okay, so let's go with mind control. Yeah, that's a cool bad guy ability. If you ever watched Jessica Jones, season 1, the bad guy was all about that. Mind control. So this character can teleport, they can control minds, and we'll do one more. Let's go with, I'm actually going to pick one here. They can replicate. That's kind of cool. Replication. Yeah, let's do that. So they can actually replicate themselves. That's kind of cool. All right. Slow replication. All right, so this character's pretty interesting. Major weakness. So this is, you can come up with your own. I'm going to say this character has a weakness related to sound. Let's say high-pitched sound specifically. So sound weakness, they are extremely vulnerable. Ooh. Can't type. To a high-pitched frequencies. All right, that'll be this character's major weakness. So briefly summarize a major source of motivation for your character. What are their goals? What do they value? So these two actually go in either order. I'm going to go with origin first because I think that'll make the motivation easier. So, origin story. Let's say something happened at work. That's typical, right? So we're gonna call this person Sam. Sam was let's say they were a scientist, I guess. That's easy. Something happens at the lab. This is pretty cliched. Sam was was working at a lab, and something went wrong during an experiment. So they worked at MIT. Now, at a college lab. The lab. Experiment. Sam blames the management, no, the bosses, or instead of college, blames the university. There you go, university for the accident. Yeah, okay. Or blamed, yeah. Sam blamed the university for the accident and decided to get retribution. Sam began targeting high-end professors involved in the experiment. So this is just a rough estimate. Something went wrong. There we go. That works too. All right, so Sam was working at a lab and something went wrong during an experiment. Sam blamed the university for the accident and decided to get retribution. Sam began targeting high-end professors involved in the experiment. Okay. So this is just a really brief synopsis, and you could flesh that out. But this is the kind of character felt they were done wrong by whoever was running the experiment at the university. Sam could be a college kid. That kind of like, that's part of the story, what happened to them. And yeah, that's kind of like a really easy way to go. So motivation, Sam wants vengeance for what happened to them out of the lab. Okay. So somehow they got these abilities: teleportation, mind control, replication from the experiment, and then sound weakness as well. So this could kind of go into how they, what was the experiment? What went wrong? Was it intentional? Was it unintentional? Maybe it was meant to happen. Who knows? A whole lot of things you could do with it. Okay, name alter ego. This is probably the hardest part, right? I'm gonna come with a good one. So something that teleports, controls minds, and replicates. Oh, lab rat. There you go. Easy. Character goes by the name of Lab Rat. The actual name is, it's called, I guess it's a guy, Sam Weathers. There you go. All right, so that's going to be the character and alter name. That's basically it. So if we go back and take a look at this, we got a an altered human as a villain. All right, they're altered by a lab experiment gone wrong. They have these powers here: teleportation, mind control, replication. So they can create multiples of themselves. They can control people's minds, and they can teleport. So that's pretty interesting. We kind of see what happens here at the character. That's how they got their powers. All right, and that's basically it. So once you do this, you will have created your character. You can go as in-depth as you want, or keep it as brief as possible, however you want to do it. But this is a pretty quick and easy way to do it. And the origin story and the motivation is where somebody could really let their imagination go wild. So. All right, that's it. Hopefully that answers any questions. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. Thanks. Bye.